When Neo met the architect in Matrix Reloaded, he was told that he had to choose to return to the source and restart the Matrix, as in completing the path of the One or doom humanity to extinction. Neo in response warns the architect that the machines depend on humans to survive, to which the architect replied that there are forms of survival that they are willing to accept. What was the architect referring to? Do the machines need humans, or has it always been a lie? Is there a hidden reason as to why the machines need the humans? Welcome to Matrix Explained.
Welcome to the desert of the real.
Within the construct, Morpheus explains to Neo what happened after the machine war. In an act of desperation, the humans scorched the sky, believing that it would deprive the machines of their only source of energy, the sun. But it didn't work. War raged on, and one by one, the machines conquered every major human city. In the end, the humans had no choice but to sign the surrender, giving birth to the first beta of the Matrix. Since then, machines have used humans as batteries, creating a codependent symbiotic relationship where they keep humans alive while harvesting energy from them. From Neo's point of view, this is an absolute truth. Machines need humans to survive, but we may have misunderstood the plot. We've mentioned before that the Wachowskis' original intent for the humans was to serve as processing power to run the Matrix, not as an energy source. The film shows us that humanity is being used as batteries, so we need an answer within the canon. The first probable answer is that humans are not the only source of energy. This is a probability that is supported within the film. Zion uses electrical and geothermal energy to feed power to the various machines that keep the city alive. Geothermal energy is obtained by taking advantage of the heat from the Earth's core that is transmitted through the hot bodies of rock, or conduction and convection, where processes of interaction between groundwater and rock occur, giving origin to geothermal systems. The Resistance primary mode of transportation, the hovercraft, is powered by electricity. Their source of energy is strong enough to generate EMPs to destroy the Sentinels in an emergency. When the humans covered the sky in black smoke, it did nothing to stop the machines, meaning that the robots must have developed a way to survive in the darkness. Further evidence that they aren't dependent on humans. We must also take into account that the Matrix took a long time to stabilize. The first simulations were all failures. The first official version of the Matrix simulation was the one with the inclusion of the element of choice, suggested by the Oracle. But the time in which the Paradise and Nightmare Matrix existed was a time when the humans' bioenergy could not be harvested, since the humans were awakening to reality in massive quantities. When Neo warned the architect about their need for humanity, the architect did not lie when he told them that they don't.
You won't let it happen, you can't. You need human beings to survive.
There are levels of survival we are prepared to accept.
The machines can likely continue running for a long time without humans providing energy. For a long time, many people have said that it's simply incoherent that humans are being used as a source of energy. But this is not entirely true. A gas-powered car uses batteries to start, but what makes it move is combustion energy. Humans could be that battery that starts the engine, and the machines just use another form of energy to run it. Morpheus never said that humanity is the machine's only source of energy. It is a combination.
Combined with a form of fusion, the machines had found all the energy they would ever need.
What the architect was referring to is that the machines are not afraid of being without human batteries, because, as we've mentioned earlier, this scenario has already happened multiple times in the past. During the Nightmare and Paradise simulations, and the first Matrix collapse that resulted in millions of humans dying, the machine's operations weren't negatively affected by these events. Humans are a source of energy, but not the source of energy. They are not even a primary or highly important energy source for the robots. If the main purpose of humans isn't solely to generate energy for the machines, then what is?
I'm interested in one thing, Neo, the future. And believe me, I know the only way to get there is together.
This idea of humans and machines working together is absurd if one is being used as an energy source for the other. But what if the machines can't exist without the humans? When humans created the first true AI, it gave birth to a race of machines. But what if for a new Matrix program to be born, it must be molded and shaped after a human consciousness? What if every artificial intelligence is first designed using human biology? What if a human soul is copied and emulated to create a program? Take Sati for example. She is a program created between two other programs, Rama and Kamala, but she is not a typical program. She is just like a normal human little girl. Before her introduction in Matrix Revolutions, we did not know that programs could or did go through a simulated form of human development and upbringing. Not long ago, we've learned that Sati is not the only program that goes through a process similar to human growth. The Merovingian has a boarding school dedicated to educating and raising young programs inside the Matrix. Unlike modern AIs, the artificial intelligence in the Matrix seems to emulate human behavior and growth. This leads us to believe that what happens is that machines cannot produce programs without emulating humans. They need humans to study them. Biologically and psychologically, it is the only way that programs can reproduce, so to speak. The human consciousness may be copied to generate new programs. This would explain why humans are connected to the simulation. The machines need them alive and active. And why they support so many humans? Because they need them to procreate. Perhaps every machine consciousness in the Matrix is a clone or copy of a real human. If this theory is correct, it would mean that the machines are looking for a way to discover the secret of artificial consciousness without needing a human host to emulate. Perhaps the secret of the Matrix is that artificial life must be based on organic life forms, that the humans are the source of life of the programs, and the machines don't need them as batteries. A logical explanation as to why Matrix programs look and act so human. But do you agree? Are humans the source of life for the Matrix? For Matrix Explained, please leave a like and subscribe. And thank you for visiting the Desert of the Real.